Yes, lads. What's going on? Specimen here. Master Mirror. Gaunter Dim. I'm a massive fanboy, and I thought it's a nice idea for some content to play Master Mirror in every different faction. Try him in some different decks. He's going to work best in decks where you've got lots of 4 provision gold cards, bronze cards, 4 provision bronze cards that you can change into golds. So, in case you're not sure what he's doing, on deploy, he's going to transform the card of the left side of your hand into a legendary from your faction that's not in your deck. So, for example, if you've got Draug in your deck, he's not going to transform into a Draug, but a different legendary gold card. If you haven't got Draug, he might turn into a Draug, so that's pretty cool. And this ability repeats whenever you play the card from the right side of your hand. So, for example, if I play Gaunter down, it's going to transform the card in my left. And then if I play the card in my right hand side, that left card will transform into a different gold card. Or, alternatively, what you could do is you could play Gaunter, transforms, you play the gold card, it transforms, then you play the right card from your hand, it transforms the card in your left. So it's really difficult to use effectively. And it's actually quite a high skill gap on this card. Really quite a surprising skill gap. Like, it's really difficult. You have to be very careful with your mulligans. You don't want good cards in the left side of your hand that you don't want to play. So, for instance, if you draw like a Pavetta that you're not going to play till round 3, you kind of are forced into mulliganing it. But it's a really fun card. It's really interesting. And yeah, why not use him, right? The deck we're playing him in, absolute meme of a deck, but it's great fun. I have to shout out my friend Lemon for the idea, who pretty much built the deck. I just threw Gaunter Dim in. In other words, I made it worse, right? But Gaunter does make sense for this kind of a list, and he's really surprised me with how good he is actually in general. What you do is you play Commandos round 1. In round 2, you play Pavetta and more Commandos. And in round 3, you renew Pavetta and play more Commandos. And then hopefully at some point you're going to use your Gaunter Dim to transform some of these pants bronze cards into amazing gold cards. So let's take a look at the gold cards that we could get. Visigota, not bad, not great. You could maybe keep him alive with a Royal Guard. But remember, you're getting a Visigota for 4 provisions, essentially, right? You're going to transform in. So even if they deal with Gaunter, they've also then got to deal with the gold cards you put down. King Pogner sucks. Vandergriff, not bad. Kian, who I've actually had a couple times, he's not awful. He's like a 10-point card with, if you give him a Zeal, he's really not bad. Dandelion sucks. Ildiko could be okay. Selkirk's good. Priscilla sucks in this deck. Kira's good. Shani's bad. This is terrible. This is probably okay. This is not bad if you can keep your Gaunter alive with it, right? Prince, good. Baron, good. Obviously good. Not really in this deck. Good, amazing, good, really good. Absolute winner. And this sucks, unfortunately, because I don't have any siege engines. But there's quite a good selection. Obviously, your Philippas, your Iron Sis, your Draug, your being the main one, Philippa. And I have hit Draug once. That was a lot of fun. And honestly, Gaunter is no joke, man. He is really pretty surprisingly good. I'm not going to lie to you. He is pretty surprisingly good. Obviously, got to come in with the Gaunter Odim skin. We've obviously got to come in with the, I don't know what this board's called, but the board with the portal. And we've got to flex that Gwent partner card back. We're up against Precision Strike. Now, I played against this earlier. It was Shiru. In other words, you have to win round 1. You have to try and push round 2 and go for that short round 3. We're going to kick the Commando because we've got a Neuromancy, which means we can just play Roach first round. Master Mirror, the master himself. This is a really good card for putting like Roach behind or something. I don't want to hit the other Commando. I think I'll just stop here. This hand's workable. We've got most of the things we need. We've got Roach, we've got 2 Scouts, we've got Reinforcements, we've got everything, man. Couldn't really ask for much more. We're obviously not going to be playing Master Mirror anytime soon with this card and this card at the left side of my hand. But once we've played Pavetta, we can start looking at cards like Oil, even the Artificer, which we could begin to transform. Well, I mean, first play is pretty obvious, right? It is pretty obvious as first plays go. We're going to do this. Back row for your boys here. And you couldn't really ask for much more than that. It can be much more awkward when you don't have a nice target to hit, but a nice little 2-strength Symbiosis target. We know he's playing Devotion. I always get those two mixed up. He's playing Devotion. Is this procced both, we would assume? So, good intel there. Assault's best used round 2 and round 3 if possible. We are planning on pushing into round 2. We basically want to get Shiru'd round 2 and then just go into round 3 down a card, or up a card if we can just play really high tempo. We'll see how it goes. But outside of your commandos, there's like not really any good tempo plays. Maybe we could assault Voimir for a decent amount of tempo. And that's obviously the problem with running Renew and Master Mirror comes in. You could definitely try Master Mirror in this kind of a list without Renew. And similarly, you could try this kind of a list of triple commandos without Master Mirror. And you might just want to put like a... I know Lemon mentioned to me putting a random Igni in as an idea. Because you do probably want to push this round quite heavily in all three. And just go for a short round 3. To try and maximise the use of your Renew commandos. But obviously ideal, the more commandos you can copy. So also, Adalia does make a lot of sense. This is a really good card if left unanswered. So this is easily worth a Thunder for us. We're happy to sink a Thunder into this without doubt. Without doubt, mate. If you've watched my deck guides on Symbiosis, you know how to control that card can get. This is certainly a list I want to try and play around with as well. A little bit of Shiru. I'm sure you'll see a deck guide coming for that. Because this is a little bit of me, this kind of a deck. A little bit of me. So far, so good. This is where a Adalia could come in as well and just get you an extra bit of carryover. 4 points of carryover for round 2 and for round 3 is probably worth it, right? Kind of 8 points of carryover in that sense. So I could oil here, which denies the buffs on that. I think it's probably worth it. I think it's probably worth it. And then we're going to put the Scout down next. I'd rather not use this, but obviously Voimir's just going to hopefully secure the round on even cards. And then I can just push into round 2 with Gaunter. So he probably uses a Precision Strike here to kill my 1 off. He should kill the 4. And probably uses a Strike to kill off the 1. I know I would, but he doesn't. Gives us hope. Obviously, I'm not playing Pavetta and I'm not playing Gaunter under any circumstances. And this is where just something like, you know, an Adalia, as I've mentioned before, would make a ton of sense. This is like the perfect hand, though. Normally, the round 1 doesn't go that well. But you can see, like, I've really not played many gold cards. I've played Roach. And I've played, obviously, my Neuromancy. I've got very little left, right? We've gone super sweaty on the consistency. So maybe you could just end up kicking some of these consistency cards. Again, there's an argument to pass here, but I don't want to get Shiru'd in round 3, man. I'd much rather just get Shiru'd in round 1. So I think I'm just going to call my Voimir in now. Hopefully that secures the dub. It does. Very nice indeed. This Artificer is a perfect target for Gaunter. Bear in mind you cannot give him a shield. He's probably just going to die straight away, let's be honest. We just need to get the Shiru out of this geezer, otherwise we're just going to lose round 3. We need to find a Neuromancy, which obviously we're going to have, and we find Renew top of the deck as well. I mean, what more could you ask for, really? We just stop here, right? We're going to transform this. Pretty sure we can just accept Gaunter's not going to survive anyway. I don't even need any other cards for him to transform. Play Pavetta first. Got the Commandos back. This has gone well. I'm glad after my 3 wins in the last video. And we're probably just going to push him all the way here. I don't know. Maybe we won't. We'll see. We need to keep Renew. And maybe we'll keep Assault. So maybe we'll just... I don't know, man. We'll work it out. We'll play Gaunter. See what we get here. We might play it. We might not. Beg for Draug, right? We just beg for a Draug. Draug would be quite something special, that's for sure. Or a Selkirk. Here we go. Obviously, you've got a remote as well.
Let me give you something to remember me by.
Varaxus. If I had Selkirk, that would be great. Wow, he's actually surviving as well. Oh my lord. He's actually surviving. Oh god. This is where like, this is where this deck just doesn't work that well for Gaunter. Like I was assuming he was just gonna die, right? I want to play Renew, but then I can't play my Commandos this round and next round, which obviously I want to do. So I mean, I guess I'm just playing Varaxis. I mean, I could Aneromancy a Cutthroat and then bleed twice with my Cutthroat, I guess. It's something. It sure is something. But you can see obviously loads of cards normally you want to transform. You could make an argument I could have ditched Renew, but it's kind of obvious why I didn't as well, right? Pretty sure I'm just supposed to Aneromancy for... I honestly don't know, man. We need to keep one of these cards. Okay. He gets absolutely baited by the Master Mirror here. Wait, he's not even killed this. What is my opponent doing here, man? I do need to keep one of these cards to just make sure I can find my Commandos next round. I guess I Aneromancy and I just play my Commandos. This is doing absolutely nothing.
Death to the enemy! Nice mess you've got here.
So we could reset this, but yeah, doesn't do anything, of course. I wonder if you could just kick like a Royal Decree or something, you could get away with ditching it. We get Gourd out of him. As I said, I'm pretty sure he's Shiru. He might not be though. It's not for sure. Got a couple of options. We could just high roll and make sure we hit Royal Decree. But I could Renew Voimir, but then this is going to transform, which I don't really want it to. Oh, Gaunter. Why do you do this to me, man? Let's look, we've got Royal Decree in our deck for this reason. We'll just draw Royal Decree, right? And we win the game.
The king pays well for every triad scout.
Oh, what? It doesn't even give it a zeal. Oh, rip. Well, sod it, mate. Questionable plays, but okay, we get a Glace out of him. Seems good. Shouldn't have used the leader ability, admittedly. I just have to find Royal Decree. That's why you use it, right? For the consistency. God, this went so badly. Gaunter ODM did just not show his worth. You can see the power of the triple Commandos potentially, though. Royal Decree. Royal Decree. Royal... Right. Oh, this is how you throw a game, lads. This is how you throw a game. He did have Shiru, though, in fairness, so I kind of did have to play it like I did. I'd like to say I regret nothing at this point. What's my best Renew, man? God. He did have Shiru. Was my push validated? I think so. I think so.
Choke the embers. Wind, blow out the flame.
Could have settled this amicably, you know.
We don't want to do this yet because you could have Dryad's Caress and we want to bleed once it gets the Caress. Is that the first one he's played or the second? The second he's played.
Attention! Protect arms!
I think we got him right. Yep. Easy win, man. Let's go, man. Never in doubt. Master Mirror did, but look, I'm actually, you can't really argue with it, man. In Pro Ladder. Tanked my MMR initially, but as I've got better with the deck, it's actually been winning. I think I'm on like a 4-game win streak right now after the previous video when my mic was muted. Like I said, I got all the way to the video being uploaded until I realised. So I better check it. Yeah, mic is working out. Against Congregate. I've not played against Congregate much with this deck. We shall see how it goes. I've got access to Vernon Roach here, which is great, so we can kick this. Vernon Roach is in hand. Again, left side of the hand, you want to start thinking about Gaunter or Dim potential, which this is a bit of an awkward card to have here. You could always... Can't always get this back. You can AA this, though, if you have to. Is Gaunter or Dim ever a turn 1 play? Honestly, against Congregate, quite possibly. I risk it. These are really good cards to transform, right? Even the oil's not that bad. We probably get 1 turn out of Gaunter, maybe 2 though. We'll see. We will see. This is you can definitely build decks around Gaunter though, where he really does work. Like the Keltalis deck I'm going to show you with him. He felt really good in that, honestly. Because you have a defender where you're not like in a massive rush to get him down. You think you get 1 turn of value out of him. Like I do here. But this is why I'm pretty sure you just don't beat this round 1. We don't play this, we just let him do this. And I just play Mr. O'Dim. Yeah, let's just go for it, right? Obviously, don't forget to emote.
Let me give you something to remember me by.
Graug.
I was getting bored.
Kira Metz. Now, the bad thing here is I need to play 2 cards until I can transform. But I'm essentially assuming Gaunter is not going to survive against Congregate in this list. As I say, when you're playing like a Keltalis where you're sat behind a defender a lot anyway, it can make more sense. But this is still a good play, right? You can't really argue with the value this card gets here. It's transformed. It's a 10 provision card that's transformed the 4 provision into a 9. This demands an answer. This kind of does too, right? But no one's going to sit with this on the board. They're going to remove it. Surely. You'd think. Who knows though, man. Okay, so he's calling the portal in so he can get the Salamandra combo. And Assault would now kill this. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I cannot give Gaunter Vitality either. But he wasn't planning on playing that portal, you would imagine. He's trying to get the Assault value that can just kill it in one go. Obviously, if this gave me a Pants card, I could Artificer, but I'm pretty happy with it. Hey. And this is where maybe I should just throw Pact into this list instead, because you can Pact up Gaunter. Pact's a really good card to play with Gaunter, which is pretty synergistic, right? Maybe as I am playing Gaunter, we should just throw some more 6 yeah, the Pact cards, which buff by 6 and give Dooms, because who cares, right? If it gives him Dooms, he's got Veil, it does nothing. So Pact's very good options. And they're just other things you can change into. But look, he's sinking a lot of cards he's not planning on playing, I think. We can play Roach now. Gaunter's still on the board. Let's go, man. And now we can Kira, right? And then we play the Artificer. And we transform again. Let's go. Let's have it. And then we can even play AA if it's bad, right? I'm happy to AA out a Scout. That is the other thing I kind of want to get a Scout out. We could just leave Kira, right? But It's too tempting. It's too tempting to just go for it, man. Okay. He actually takes out a commando, which is pretty surprising.
And now something special.
Gaunter ODM going in, man. And this denies the pass, and it also keeps this alive unless he sinks a coin in and uses a bloody good fun. But even then, I can just upgrade my... I'll lose the round, but I can upgrade my thingamajig. My Mauler into another gold card. Look at the Gaunter value, man. You hit Kira and you're laughing. What a card she is. She's so many points. 13-point Kira. Yeah, definitely Pact is a good card to run with Master Mirror. My cat. Okay. Surprised he didn't go for the banish on old matey sooner.
Magic can work wonders when used correctly.
Oh my lord. What am I seeing? Oh my lord. And we've got the shield down as well. Oh my goodness. How big a card can we kill with this right now? Master Mirror. That might be the best Master Mirror pool of all time. We kill this. It's at 6. 6, 10. So it's basically 6 to 10. Pretty sure this works, right? Uh-huh. It did a job. Maths wasn't quite there, but it did a job. I can... Oh, Gaunter, never change, man. Unreal. Winning on even, thanks to Mr. O'Dim. He did obviously banish my, whatever you call it, which is a bit unfortunate, but hi-ho. Plan for the second round is... Veta, I guess. Didn't play any of my Echo cards, so we've got these both for round 3. Play this first. That is so funny. Kira and Selkirk, what a combo. Especially when we just played the shield down. It's like he knew, man. It's like he knew.
A superb specimen, truly.
If you are watching the video and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. 80% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. It's crazy. I've grown, like, my channel subs have, like, quintupled in, like, 2-3 weeks. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are Neuromancy Pavetta. The bad news is, because I don't have a scout, I can't actually copy anymore. So we're not really achieving much here, which is a bit peak. We're still looking quite bad, I would say. We could reinforcements, just a commando. Obviously, I used an extra charge on Selkirk. We're just bleeding to hopefully get like senior and stuff like that out of him and then just go for a short round 3. But I don't have any carryover because he banished one. But we really need to get some cards out of him because we're not going to win otherwise. Not using leader charge. He might destroy this, and it's unfortunate. As I say, I will just reinforce and sit for carryover. Even though it's a pretty bad play. We just could have done with this being a scout, right? Would have made a big difference. So he's going to senior, or he's just going to bloody good fund me. I imagine he just seniors, right? He does, nice. This is the card we had to get out of him. We get leader out. He's nervous. I really don't even have anything to be scared of, right?
Has yet to speak its last. Nice mess you've got here. Semper Fi!
Sod it. May as well, right? May as well. We'll keep this. I've got 3 commandos for the next round, which still is pants. We want to try and get Gord out, though. I mean, we've done so well in the cards we've gotten out of him here. He could obviously hero pass, so we're out. We still have Gord to contend with, though, which is less than ideal. Can we get the 5th win in a row with Gaunter, Dim, Master Mirror, triple Commandos? Certainly going to try and play this without Gaunter this deck, this triple Commandos, and see how it feels. I'll bring a deck guide for you guys. Certainly won't be the most competitive, but it sure will be a lot of fun. Okay, so we've got the Renew Pavetta, and then we Neuromancy out a Commando, and then we probably AA a Scout. Probably the play here. Okay, slight change of plan. I want to kill this pretty badly.
Come at me if you must. Don't pick this sword at all.
I just won't play a Scout. Yeah. Visual glitch, thank goodness. Thought I clicked the wrong card. Okay. So we're level, but we know he's got Gord. Cleric ain't doing much here. We don't want to play this yet, because he might be sat on like a dodgy crime card that gets value then. Whereas if we play this second to last... Damn, maybe I should just renew Selkirk or Kira rather than these, but...
Death to the enemy!
God, I can't believe I've done this. I can't believe I've done this. I was supposed to renew Pavetta, not this, so I just threw away 6, 10, 14 points, lads. 14 points I just threw away. Would it have made a difference? It sure would have. 14 points I just threw away. I'm so mad. Oh, can't believe this, man. What you got to bear in mind as well, right, is I've just recorded this whole video, won every game, had my mic muted, playing again. We're about to win both games, and then I do that.
When I do the tenderizing, there's nothing left to fry.
Ooh. Well, hope you enjoy the content. More Master Mirror decks coming soon. Jeez.